who are leading the division. California, with the loss, drops 6.5 behind division leading Oakland. That's where we are here. But of course, we're only May 3rd, so long way to go. Anything can happen. Never know what the dice will say. That's probably true, Steve. Probably true. It's his 3-run homer off of Mr. Donnie Moore, unfortunately. And I could have brought Donnie Moore into this game, but Cook was pitching pretty well, so I went with him instead. And plus, Moore usually comes in when they're ahead, not when they're behind. But anyway, so if you missed the season ticket game from this morning, the ABC Game of the Week, that's out there. Yankees in Texas, 1978. I really like seeing that. It's an interesting game. It's different.
Hello, Ben. How are you? Can you hear me loud and clear?
I'm still learning most of the, I've got most of it down. There's little idiosyncrasies that
I just have,
and particularly if it's a secondary defensive play where
thank you.
Guys playing a secondary
got the baseball demos on right now, and he just finished up his 1987 American League replay, and he had the Boston Red Sox at California, and Boston Red Sox won 5-2. Al Nipper, I believe, was the winner. Candelaria was the loser in that game. So I will turn this off and go with my game right now. I'm playing field day baseball. I heard about that game, Ben, and I heard it's a very good game. I will, in the future, I will purchase the game, and Frankie S. Was talking to me about that game, and just going to shut off the TV. I don't know why this TV keeps on popping on. Anyway, Ben I had a great game of 35 Cardinals and Cubs. Cubs won 1-0 in the 8th inning on a wow. Those home runs will kill you, right? Yep, takes a bit of reading and to understand the rules layouts for runners advance, etc. But otherwise, it's a quick, smooth flowing game. Yeah, I know. That's what Frankie S. told me. It's a pretty good game, and he likes it a lot. With not many other hits, Cubs had 8 hits. Cubs cards for what year? 35, you said, yeah. Do they have every season or just certain seasons? Because I know STRAT-O-MATIC doesn't have 1935. The problem with is that the season selection is less. All right, yeah, all right. Let me see. I got to get the light focused here. I just don't want any reflections. And that's a reflection. About that. Anyway, I'm continuing with my under 2 ERA project. I haven't been here in a couple of months. For one reason or another. I don't want to get into it, but I gave myself a quota of 50 views, and I'll post the next video, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Once I get 50 views on this, I'll start the next video. It's a lot of work to put this all together. Hello, Ron. How are you? I'm glad you're with us. It's time consuming, and I got other projects going off the camera, offline, with my own solitaire leagues and stuff like that. So I'm fitting this one in between everything else. So, and yeah, you could say that. Anyway, this game is going to be the 1997 Montreal Expos against the 94 Atlanta Braves. I do not select these teams just to throw them out there. I have an app on my phone. It's a Wheel of Fortune app, and I put all the teams that are in this tournament into it, and then I spin it, and whatever teams come up, they play each other. So with that, this is the Montreal Expos of 97. They were 78 and 84. They were fourth in the National League East. And the Atlanta Braves were 68 and 46, and they were second in the National League East. And then union problems started that season, and you know the history of it. So very bad for baseball. And now they're thinking that they're going to have labor issues in 26. And if they pull that shenanigans again, I will not watch the game for another 20 years. Okay, so the Montreal Expos, how they got here, because I haven't been on in a couple of months. They lost to the Chicago White Sox of 1968. Pedro Martinez faced Tommy John, and he wound up beating him. Martinez did go 9 innings. He gave up 6 hits, 1 walk, 13 strikeouts he got in that game. But the game did go into extra innings and went to the 11th, where the Chicago White Sox put a couple of hits together, and they scored a couple of runs, and they beat them of a score of 6-4. Atlanta Braves, how they got here, they faced the 2013 Boston Red Sox. That game also went in extra innings, and the Red Sox pulled that out in the 10th by also scoring 2 runs, and Maddux wind up losing that. So this is an elimination game between Pedro Martinez and G.Maddux. G.Maddux does have other cards, other seasons in this tournament. So if he loses this one, I guess we got another G.Maddux coming up. I hope so. Ron. Anyways, let's get going here. All right, so for the visiting Montreal Expos, and Felipe Alou's lineup is going to look like this. Mark Buzilanek will lead it off playing shortstop. P.F. Santangelo will bat second. He'll be in right. Rondell White, he'll bat third. He's in center field. Dave Sagi will be at first base. He'll be hitting cleanup. Darren Fletcher will bat fifth. He'll be the catcher. Henry Rodriguez will be in left field. He'll bat sixth. Doug Strange will bat seventh. He'll play third. Andy Stankiewicz, an ex-Yankee, will be at second base, and he'll be hitting eighth. And batting ninth will be Pedro Martinez. And let's see, defensively for the Atlanta Braves, left to right in the outfield, it will be Klesko, Sanders, and Justice. From first to third, it will be McGriff, Lemke, Pendleton, Blauser. Behind the plate, Lopez, and Maddux will be obviously the starting pitcher. So I just want to make sure I got everything right. Everything's in. Everything's invisible. The scorecard. I got to move the camera out a little bit. See what that looks like. I'm not going to get that in. Move the book up a little bit. Okay, so Maddux is on the bump. He's taking his warm-ups. And we're going to get ready to go. 10-16, and we're ready to play ball. All right, so it's the Montreal Expos, and Mark Buzilanek will step in. Mark is a right-hand batter. He batted .273. He went 0 for 5 in the first game that Pedro pitched on this team, and we're ready to go. Tonight I'm using double sixes. These are dice that Frankie S. told me about. I went out and I purchased them, and they are pretty good. The only thing I don't like about them is that sometimes they hang up on the walls here, and I'll make the best call. If I can't make a call on it, I'll re-roll the dice. Anyway, G.Maddux is ready to go, and the right-hander, who was 16-8 with a 1.56, is ready, and the first victim will be Mark Buzalanek. Shortstop, batting righty, 273 hitter, and here comes the first pitch of the game. I bought them on the web, of course, and I should have wrote it down. I'll look for it in between innings. Let me see if I still have it up. I might have it up. No, I don't. It's a guy that started this. If I could, double6s.com or something like that. Anyways, you could just punch in double sixes, and it should come up. He should be the first page on the list, and he really doesn't have a big selection. And I don't like certain colors that he had, or the ones that clear through. I don't like that. I don't like that type of dice. So he doesn't have much going, but he does have a few selections that you might like. Anyway, we got a 4-8 from the right side, and that's going to be called strike 3, and Maddux strikes out Buzalanek. One away. Stepping in is P.F. Santangelo. He batted .249 in the year of '97. He went 2 for 4 in the last game. Yeah, they're not. I preferred the white dots run, and they didn't have it, so I had to go with the black. Anyway, Santangelo is a short hitter. He'll be batting from the left side, and here comes his pitch. And that's going to be 4-10. I'm looking for the mouse with my right hand, but I know I'm not putting in the stats into the computer. That's a 4-10, and that's from the left side, and that's going to be a ballpark. Ballparks tonight for singles for a lefty, and which Santangelo is a 12. That's a 20. So that 4-10 goes to a fly ball to center field. And Sanders is there, and he's going to make the catch for the second out. So 2 quick outs, and Rondell White will step in, the center fielder. He's a right-handed batter. He batted .270 in '97. He went 3 for 5 the last game that the Montreal Expos were on the table. So we should suspect more base runner from White. The pitch. It's going to be a 110. 110 from the right side, and that's going to be chopped down to third base. Pendleton ranging over towards his left. Snags it and throws it across, and that'll do it. 5-3. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for G.Maddux and the Atlanta Braves. No runs, no hits. There were no errors and no men left on. We played a half. Montreal of 97-0. The Atlanta Braves coming to bat 94. Nothing. All right, we go to the bottom of the first inning. Atlanta Braves are going to look like this. And Bobby Cox's lineup. And it's going to be Deion Sanders leading off, playing center field. Jeff Blauser will be the shortstop, batting second. Ryan Kletzko will bat third. He'll be in left. Fred McGriff will bat cleanup at first base. Dave Justice will bat behind him, fifth in right field. Terry Pendleton will bat sixth at third. Javi Lopez will be batting seventh. He'll be the catcher. Mark Lemke, eighth at second base. And G.Maddux will bat ninth. I don't know. Can you see the cards that way? I think I got to move it down. No, you can't. Fuck that. Okay. That's a little better. As long as you can see the cards. Is that a bad angle, guys? That I'm really not on top of the cards? All right. So I'll move the pitches up a little bit. And Deion Sanders. And let's see how that looks. Well, it's kind of a distance shot. So, okay. Let me see if I can get it closer. All right. Don't get dizzy. See what that looks like. That looks a little better there. Still can't see the field and dice. Yeah, I can't get the whole thing in the picture, Ben. What do you mean you can't see the dice and dice? You can see the dice tower, right? Well, I guess whatever I'm seeing, you're seeing. So I had to move everything over. Okay. All right. So we'll go with that. All right. Deion Sanders will lead it off. He's a left-handed batter for the Atlanta Braves. He batted 283 and 94. He went 0 for 4 in the last game. And here comes the pitch from Pedro Martinez. And that'll count. It's a 1. And that's going to be a 2-7 from the right side. And that's going to be a high fly ball to center field. And the White is there, and he'll make the play for the first out. 1 away, Jeff Blauser stand in. He's a right-handed batter. He batted 258 and 94. He went 0 for 4 in the last game. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-8 from the right side, and that's going to be a called strike 3. Blauser goes down on strikes. First strikeout for Pedro Martinez, 2 down. And here comes Ryan Klesko, a left-handed batter, batted 278 in 94. He went 0 for 4 himself in the last game. The Atlanta Braves didn't do much hitting in that last game that Pedro pitched. That Maddux pitched. It was only 4 hits. And maybe that's why they lost the game. 5-5 from the left side, and that's going to be another called strike 3. He rings up 2 looking. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Pedro Martinez. We played 1 here in Atlanta, and we have no score. All right. Dave Segui will stand in. Switch hitter. Batted 307 and 97. He went 0 for 5 in the last game. G.Maddux looks in, gets the sign. And that's going to be a 4-9 from the left side, and that's going to be a called strike 3. So both pitches are setting up their pitches very well on the plate, hitting the corners. That's the second strikeout for Maddux. And here comes Darren Fletcher. Fletcher batted 277 in 97. He went 0 for 4 in the last game. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-5 from the left side, and that's another strikeout. So Maddux. Fletcher caught looking. That's number 3. Looks like it's going to be a strikeout game from both pitches. 2 away, and here comes Henry Rodriguez. Batted 244. Henry went 2 for 4 in the last game. And that's a dropsy on the floor. I'll pick it up. And Rodriguez batting from the left side. Maddux looks in and gets a sign from Lopez and delivers. He goes 4-9 from the left side. 4-9, and that's a called strike 3. Rodriguez didn't like it. He rings up 3 looking, and he gets his 4th strikeout. And G.Maddux is very sharp here after 2 innings. 1.5 in the books. See, Expos nothing, Braves nothing. I think you're wrong, Ron. I thought it was 102. All right, Pedro finishing up his warm-ups, and he'll have Fred McGriff, David Justice, and Pendleton here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Fred McGriff, left-handed batter. He batted .318. Very good, Ben. Fred McGriff batted .318. And he went 1 for 3 in the last game. Fred McGriff, the left-handed batter. Pedro Martinez looks in, gets a sign. And he drops a 5-3 on him from the left side. That's going to be our first range play. And the range play goes to the pitcher, and that's Martinez. He's a 1-2 on the 20 roll. Let's see what he gets. And that's a 9, so he's going to glove it. We're going to check for errors, and that is a 13. And he's going to drop the ball. He bobbles it, goes to pick it up. He throws to first to Segui Wild, and Segui had to make a dive and stop. And that's going to be an E1. So Martinez couldn't control it. And we have our first base runner on an error. So let's see what this story reads or brings with that error. So here comes David Justice. He's also a left-handed hitter. Batted .313 in the year of '94. Went 1 for 3 in the last game. That's a foul tip. And here comes the pitch. Let me see, McGriff. He's a 16 on a 17. I'm going to hold him. And the lefty, the shortstop. Let me see, he's a 16. What do we got for calculations here? We got a -2 for the hold, -2 for the pitcher. That's 4 plus 3 is a -1. 1 to 15. We're going to try to get the lead here. The jump is on a 7. He needs to get to 7 for 15. Oh, I rolled the wrong dice, damn it. We'll keep that as a 9. And that's a 9. So let me see. That's a 9. So he didn't get the 7. So he doesn't get the jump. So we'll mark it that he didn't get the jump. No jump there, so he remains there. Pedro Martinez from the stretch looks over. And here comes David Justice's pitch. And that's going to be 4-5 from the left side. 4-5 from the left side. Does he have the power? He does. It's a 1-4 or a fly ball to right field. The 20 reads a 19, so he hits a drive to right field going back Santangelo, back at the track, at the wall, and the ball just dies right there, and he makes the catch. 40 out. So David Justice just missing a 2-run homer. So am I, Ron. All right, so there's one out. Runner on first. And Pendleton to step in. He batted .252 in the year of '94. He went 0 for 3 in the last game. Pedro from the stretch looks at first base. Gives a little toss over to Segui. Resets himself. And here comes the pitch to Pendleton. And he goes 2-9 from the right side, and that's a swing and a miss. And he strikes out Pendleton on a 3-2 pitch. Third strikeout for him. 2 away. And Javi Lopez will stand in from the right side of the plate. Lopez batted .245 in 94. Went 1 for 4 in the last game. Martinez looks down at first base. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-9 from the right side. And that's a swing and a miss. And that's the 4th strikeout for Pedro Martinez. I said this is going to be a pitching game. I'm going to go to FanDuel right now, and I'm going to say that Martinez and G.Maddux get 10-plus strikeouts. No runs. There were no hits. There was no hits. There was 1 error, a man left on. We play 2 here in Atlanta. It's the 94 Braves, nothing. 97 Expos, nothing. We'll be right back. No, you're right. Just making light of it. Error. I didn't mark the error. Error. All right. All right, so G.Maddux back on the bump. These are 2 Cy Young Award winners going against each other. And oh, did he, Ron? Yeah. I'm not going to use him. I'm going to use him in my next tournament. And actually, my solitaire league, I'm heading towards the World Series now. And the following season, which will be the 2013 season, I will use them. Have you used them yet? Okay, so Doug Strange, Stankiewicz, and Martinez here in the top of the 3rd inning. We have no score, and we have a whole load of strikeouts. Each pitcher has 4 already. G.Maddux toes the rubber. Strange is a switch hitter. He'll bat from the left side. He batted .257 in 97. He went 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter in the last game. Here comes the pitch by Maddox. That's going to go down as a 5-9 from the left side. 5-9. And, man, you can't not find a ground ball or a fly ball. It's another strikeout. 5 strikeouts for G.Maddux. And he gets him looking. And that's the first out here in the 3rd inning. 4 strikeouts in a row for Maddox. Andy Stankiewicz will stand in. He's a right-handed batter. He batted .224 in 97. He went 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter in the last game. Maddox looks in, gets the sign, and he delivers, and that's going to be a 3-7 from the right side, and that's a swing and a miss, and that's another strikeout. Randy Johnson, watch out, here they come. 2 down, and Pedro Martinez will stand in. He's using batted card number 1. He's a right-hander. I got to write that down. Weak righty 1. And he stands in on the right side. He batted .116 in 97. And here comes the pitch by G.Maddux. And that's going to be 2-9 from the right side. 2-9, and look at this. Ground ball to the right side. Picked up by Fred McGriff. And he'll take it himself. And that'll do it here in the 3rd. Unassisted, number 3. 2.5 innings in the books. We have no score here in Atlanta. Yes, Ben. Yep. when I get to the 6th, 7th inning, I start getting little sweaty hands. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's going to be Lemke, Maddux, and Sanders here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Mark Lemke is a switch hitter, and he'll bat from the left side. He batted .294 and 94. And here comes the pitch from Pedro Martinez. That goes down as a 3-3 from the right side, and that's ball 4. So we got our first, well, not our first base runner, second base runner for the Atlanta Braves, and works out a walk here in the 3rd. So Lemke is no threat. He has a running speed of 3 off the jump, 2 through 6 and 11, and I don't think that's happening. Anyway, here comes G.Maddux. G.Maddux is a 3 WR. And Maddux batted .222 in 94. He was 0 for 2 in the last game. And let's see, what do we got? Let's get the strategy chart out. And let me see, he's bunted to C, so the corners are coming in. I'm going to bump him up to a D. And corners are in. We got that. Lemke is taking a good lead. Possible bunt on the way. And Bobby Cox is calling for a bunt. All right, so we're going to have a bunt play here. Sacrifice bunt. It's a D on G.Maddux. I'm going to roll all 4 dice. The 20 will be in play for a wild pitch pass ball on the bunt play. My rule. And here we go. Sacrifice. All right, so that's out. It was close enough. And it's a 2. So it's going to go to the pitcher. And it's a 4 on the D, and it's going to be successful bunt by Maddux right at Pedro Martinez. Martinez checks second. He'll go to first, and he moves Lemke over to second base on a sack. 1-4. It's number 9. Got to get him into scoring position. Deion Sanders will stand in from the left side. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Run him on second. They're not going to hold him. And what's his speed? I got to get his. I covered his card. I shouldn't have done that. Let me just straighten that out. He's a 1 to 11. So he's going to stay out of 1 to 11 and not holding him. Anyway, Sanders flew out to center field his last time up. The lefty's waiting for his pitch by Pedro Martinez. Here it comes. And that is a 1-9 from the right side. And that's a swing and a miss. And Martinez gets his 5th strikeout here in the 3rd. 2 down. And Jeff Blauser stand in from the right side. Blauser struck out looking his first time up. You can't see that anyway. Pedro from the stretch looks over at second base. Second baseman will tease the base runner, Mark Lemke, and now he's going to hustle back to his position, and here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-11. Well, about these dice, Ron, you know, with the black, sometimes you've got to look at them really well because the eyes, like we said, are not as young as they used to be. 4-11, right side. 4-11. That's going to be a split on a triple, 1 to 5. That's 11. That's a high fly ball to center field. Back goes white. at the track on the run and makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Atlanta Braves here in the third. So no runs for the Braves. They get no hits. They had a walk. They leave a man, and we play 3. We have no score here in Atlanta. This is an elimination game. This is Saturday night at the ballpark. The under 2 tournament. Under 2 ERA tournament, I should say. All right. So Maddux taking his warm-ups. Montreal is going to send up Guzelanek, Santangelo, and White here in the 4th inning. Get over here. All right. So Greg Maddux toes the rubber. Mark Guzelanek, batting from the right side, struck out his first time up. The pitch. That goes down as a 5-7. 5-7 on the right side, and of course, it's going to start off with a strikeout, and that's called strike 3 by the home plate umpire. Guzelanek doesn't like the call, and he mutters something. Now the home plate umpire takes off the mask. 7 strikeouts for Maddux. Let's see. Maddux had 10 strikeouts in the last game, and Martinez had 13. So they're heading towards that same pace here in this game. And here comes Frankie Paul Santangelo stepping in. He is 0 for 1, flew out to center field his first time up. Joe West or Eric Gregg? They're both behind the plate, Ben. Santangelo. And the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-10 left side. 5-10 on the left side, and that's lifted to left field. Coming over is Klesko. He's moving in and towards the line, and he's going to make the catch. And that's the second out. 2 away. And Rondell White will stand to the plate, the right-hand batter. He grounded out to third base his last time up. 0 for 1. Greg Maddux working quickly, and here comes the pitch. That'll count, subject to change. And it does. It's a 1-7. 1-7 from the right side. And that's a chopper down to third base again, fielded by Pendleton. Goes over to McGriff, and that'll do it. Another 1-2-3 inning for Greg Maddux. And we'll go to the 4th. No score here in Atlanta. All right, we have Klesko, McGriff, and Justice, the power guys from the Atlanta Braves in 1994. Pedro Martinez knows that. He has 5 strikeouts in this game so far. Captain Carl, how are you? Welcome aboard. Thank you for coming in. And Ryan Klesko batting from the left side, struck out looking his last time up. Here comes the pitch from Martinez, and that's a hanger, so I'm going to do that again. As you can see, it's hung up on the wall. And this is the only bad part about these dice, is that they do get cornered like that. So we're going to re-roll, and we're going to do it all over again. So here comes the 2-2 pitch from Pedro Martinez to Ryan Klesko. And that goes 1-8 from the right side, and he swings and misses, and he strikes out. Strikeout number 6 for Pedro. And there's one down. Fred McGriff to stand in from the left side. He reached on base on an error by Pedro Martinez. Pedro looks in, gets the sign by Fletcher, and here comes the pitch to Fred McGriff. 3-5 from the right side. That's going to be a base hit into center field for Fred McGriff. First hit of the game. And it's a 1-out single. We got a man on, and McGriff is a threat. He'll be held on, and the shortstop will be holding also. So 1 out, runner on first. First hit of the game, so we might have a little thing going on here with Pedro Martinez. He'll take it to the stretch. He'll look over at first. Fred McGriff gonna try to get the jump here on a 7. It's a 16, so the calculations will knock him down to a 15 if he gets the jump. Let's see what happens on the 7 and the pitch. And it's a 9, so he does not get the jump. For second time in the game that McGriff did not get that jump. All right, so we're going to swing away. David Justice flew out to right field, his first time up. And here comes the pitch. And that's a 6-6 on the left side, and that's going to be a called strike 3. What else is new? 7 strikeouts for Martinez. We have 2 pitches that are mowing people down here tonight. 2 away. Terry Pendleton will step in. 2 men down. Pendleton batting from the left side. Struck out swinging his last time up. And the pitch. And he goes down as a 1-6 on the right side. And that's another swing and a miss. 8 strikeouts for Pedro Martinez. 3 in the inning. And we played 4 innings here in Atlanta. We have no score between the 97 Montreal Expos and the 1994 Atlanta Braves. You're watching the under 2 ERA tournament. This is an elimination game. So one of these teams are going home and one's advancing to the 1-1 bracket. All right, so we go to the bottom. No. We finished 4. We're going to the top of the 5th inning. G.Maddux finishing up his warm-ups. Dave Sagui, Fletcher, and Rodriguez here in the 5th. Maddux looks there and gets the sign by Lopez, and here comes the pitch. And this is readable. And that's going to be a 3-12 from the right side. And that's ball 4. So he walks a leadoff batter here in the 5th inning. And that's the first base runner for Montreal. Everybody clap. First base runner. All right, Segui is a 20 off a 2. You're going to hold him. And let's see what happens here. It's a long shot, but it's a shot. Let's see. Sagui is a 2 if he gets the 20. And let's see what happens. But the calculations are 1-19. He's going to be a 1-1. He's a 20. Minus the 4 is a 16 plus. No, excuse me. Minus 2 is an 18. He's going to get plus 4. So it's a 1-19. So let's see if he can get it. Get the jump on Snake Eyes. No, and now he's gonna have to go now. So it's a 1. And I knew this was gonna come up. What's the play? Anybody know the play? I think he automatically outstealing on the 1. Anybody? I'm pretty sure he's out stealing automatically. Stealing. Picked off. You're right. It's a pickoff. So, okay. So he gets picked off. And what's the 2, Joe? I got a roll for the pickoff. It's the back number, right? It's the back number. It has to be a 6. So if he rolls a 1 through 6, he gets back safely. And here comes the roll. Come on, man. Get over here. Excuse me. And it's a 19, so he gets picked off. He gets a pick, PK. PK, and let's see who gets it. It's going to either be the catcher throwing it down or the pitcher. So 1, 2, 3 on the pitcher, 4, 5, 6 on the catcher. It's a 5. It's going to go down as a 2, 3, and they got him. 1 out. Come on, motherfucker. God almighty. Timeout. We got a mess. All right. Yeah, I did that. Yeah. So he's a 6 on the back number. So 1 through 6, he's safe. And higher than that, he's out. I never get that. Not too often on the pick-off on the 1 when I'm ready to steal a base. So remembering it is an issue. I have to go back to the book, so I got to keep it in mind. Actually, I wrote down a cheat sheet, I believe, on that. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's a pick-off call, second steal rate number, right? Okay, I got it right there. Anyway, Fletcher stand in with 1 out. Thank you, Joe. And hello. I don't think I said hello to you. Anyway, it's Fletcher stand in. He's a left-handed batter. He struck out looking his last time up. Maddux looks in, gets the sign by Lopez. And here we go. And that's a 3-11 from the right side. And it's popped up in the infield to the left side. It's Pendleton calling for it. Blauser is also calling for it. And it's going to be Pendleton making the catch. Fair ball. On a pop out. 2 down. And here comes Henry Rodriguez. 2 down now. And here comes the pitch. 4-8 from the left side. 4-8 is going to be a cold strike 3. And what's an inning without a strikeout, right? And that's strikeout number 8. And it's done. We are halfway through here in this matchup between Pedro Martinez and G.Maddux. 4.5 in. Expos nothing. Braves nothing. Walk. And we got the hit in the 4th. Got to write that down. And that's it. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 5th. Martinez finishes his warm-ups. It's going to be Lopez, Lemke, and Maddux here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Glad you guys could join me on this continuation of the under 2 ERA tournament. Pedro Martinez against G.Maddux. Pedro's pitch. 4-5, right side. 4-5, of course, a strikeout. Looking. Lopez goes down. As Eric Gray calls him out, and that's 9 strikeouts for Martinez already. Here comes Lemke. Lemke walked his first time up. Switch hitter, batting from the left side. Pedro from the windup and delivers. Goes 1-3 from the right side, and he's going to draw a walk. Second walk for Mark Lemke. A 1-out base runner, and Lemke is not a threat. He's a 3 on the jump, and 1 out. I'm going to, with a 3 card, I'm going to let Maddux swing away here. Not being held on. Well, you got to be kidding me, Ben. Wow. Wow. For nothing. My God. All right. That account subject to change. Maddux is going to swing away. And that's going to be a 4-5. And I said Maddux is a right-hander. That's a 4-5. And that's going to be a called strike 3. 10 strikeouts for Pedro Martinez. And there are 2 down with a base runner on first. Here comes Deion Sanders. He's 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. Lefty, the left-handed batter. My live chat not working on my TV. Did you have it before, Ron? With a runner on, here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 1-6 split chance, 1-3 on a base hit, 17. Lined out to second base, Lansing right there. I put the wrong guy at second base. My bad. I gotta figure this out. And it's a line out anyway, so that'll do it for the inning. And the Atlanta Braves, we played 5 here in Atlanta. We have no score between Montreal and the Atlanta Braves. We'll be back. Where are you? That's why I penciled in the wrong guy. So we'll just straighten that out now. Lansing for Montreal. I got Stankiewicz in there. So if anything comes up for the second baseman, he's a 337. 337. He's a 1-4. He's a 1-4 on a 23. I got to get his second baseman, 23. He's an 11 and a 17. So let me erase that. 11, 17 on an E2. And he's a 323. Okay. All right, no harm. And we'll go to the 6. Excuse me. Let's see, no runs. We go to the 6th inning. There's no score in the game. It's going to be Doug Strange, Stankiewicz, and Pedro Martinez. Maddux completes his warm-ups. You did have it on the TV. Did you hit something to knock it off? go to the video and arrow up, and then highlight the description, and just move it over towards the right, and it should have the chat in there. Okay, here we go. Doug Strange will lead it off. Switch hitter, batting from the left side. No score in the game. It's G.Maddux against Pedro Martinez. And here comes the pitch. Strange is 0 for 1 in this game. Struck out looking. And that's going to be a floor job. And that's a 4. It's a 4. And it's going to be 4-6 left side. 4-6 split chance 1-6 on a single. That's a 1, and that's going to be a base hit. And that's the first hit for the Montreal Expos, leading off the 6th inning. Doug Strange is on. And he's a 2 through 6 to get a 3. I don't think so. All right, so we have Andy Stankiewicz struck out. He's an A bunter, so corners are coming in. Corners are coming in, and we're going to swing away here. All right, so runner on first base. He's not going to be held. Andy Stankiewicz steps in from the right side. G.Maddux from the stretch, looks in, gets the sign, and he's going to deliver a 2-9 from the right side. That was his hot column, but he didn't get it. It's tapped out to the mound, picked up by Maddux. He goes to second for 1, over to first, and it's a force play. So they get the out at second. And that's going to go down as right side. Going to go 1-4 on the putout. 1-4 on the putout. Andy Stankiewicz is at first base. And he has a better shot. 3 through 6. Backslash on a 9. Well, backslash on a 9. Yeah, we're not going to do anything there. Let's see. Martinez, he's a 1 card. He's a C, and they're going to bring the corners in. Once again, that C will be a D. Going to get the the chart, strategy chart up. And here we go again. It's going to be a sacrifice. I'll roll the 20 for a wild pitch pass ball. All right, Ron. Take care. Stay well. Be healthy. We'll see you the next time. Let's see what we got here. Sacrifice bunt coming across. Oh, and that's going to be a pass ball. So we're going to hold up this roll. It's a 110 on the bunt. But we got a pass ball of a 5. So let's see. If he gets it, we re-roll. 1-5 on the pass ball. It's a 10. It's not a pass ball. Nice block by the catcher. So we'll go with the 110. 110 on the bunt on a D. So it goes to the pitcher again. And a 10 on a D is a BAD. The batter lays down a bunt. The lead runner is thrown out, and that's it. So we go again 1-4. 2 cutdowns at second base. 1-4, 1-4. Two outs. Hello, Frankie. Welcome aboard, my man. All right, so Maddux at first base, 2 down. two Montreal base runners cut down at second base. Maddux looks in from the stretch. G.Maddux. And that's a 6-7 from the right side. 6-7, a high fly ball to center field. Sanders moving in, and he's going to glove it for the out. That'll take care of the sixth. We played 5.5 here in Atlanta. It's the 97 Expos, nothing, and the 94 Braves, nothing. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth as soon as we can. Mikey, are you attending Foxes tomorrow night at 9? Frank, I gave you a text back. I'm going to be at my cousin's on Staten Island tomorrow for Palm Sunday dinner. And then send me the link. And I'm not going to be there at 9, I don't think. But if I am, I'll be there at 9. But if not, I'll come into the room a little later. Bottom of the sixth we go. Blauser, Klesko, and McGriff here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Pedro Martinez finishing up his warm-ups. And here comes the pitch from Pedro. Pedro with 10 strikeouts already. Only one hit. That goes down as a 3-8 from the right side. 3-8 ground ball to the left side. It's going to be G.Maddux towards the hole, gloves it, turns and fires, and he gets him. 6-3. Jeff Blauser can get down to the line, and it just got him by a step. That's one away. Ryan Klesko stepped in. The left-handed batter is 0 for 2. Struck out twice. Okay, good enough, Frankie boy. And here comes the pitch. 5-9 from the left side. 5-9, and that's going to be a called strike 3. That's 11 strikeouts for Pedro Martinez in this game. 2 down. I have a feeling this is going to be a long night. 2 down, and McGriff stands in. He got the only Braves hit in the 4th inning with a single. And here comes the pitch. 6-11 from the left side. 6-11's a range play. We didn't have many of them. Range play to the right fielder. That's going to be Santangelo. He's a 2/0. So this is going to be easy pickings for Santangelo. But we'll bring up the chart just in case. Anyway, so here comes the roll. The range play roll. That account, and that's going to be a 5. And that's a hanger, so we'll just move it out of the way. So what do we got? The right field is a 2, and that is a 1. Oh, it's going to drop in. He's a 2. Yep, it's going to drop in for a double. So Fred McGriff gets his 2nd hit of the game. And it's a range play double. Let's see if there's an error on this. And that's going to be a 5 and a 0. So a 0, there's no errors. So that's a 2-out double. And David Justice is going to stand in. David Justice is 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. Runner on second base. McGriff, not great speed. He's a 1 to 10. They're going to play off of him. McGriff from the left side. David Justice from the left side. Pedro Martinez from the stretch. And that's going to be a 3-8 from the right side. And that's popped up in the infield, right side. Segui is calling for it near the pitcher's mound, and that's it. It's a 3 on a pop-out. And that'll do it for the Atlanta Braves here in the 6th. We have no score. A pitcher's duel, of course. 2 Cy Young Award winners of their respective seasons throwing dots through 6. And we'll go to the 7th. There was a hit, yeah. One hit. One man left on. And G.Maddux is going to grab the bump again, and we're going to go with, but yeah, Mike Terrell, I found the site. $2 die. It's kind of pricey, though. $2 for the double 6 die. What, each? Frankie, you think that bothers me? That doesn't bother me. I know you're busy. Listen, I leave my phone all over the place, you know, and the phone rings and this and that. I don't hear it until I pick it up and see what's going on. It's no big deal, brother. Not a big deal at all. Ben Witz, $7 for a 4-pack. Did I pay that much? Yeah, I think I might have. Which ones did you look at? Yeah. All right, so, you know, when you can, get them. They're pretty cool. I enjoy them a lot. I really do. Like I said, sometimes they hang up on the wall. I got to make the call, whether it's a read or not. So that's what I do. I already had that in this game already, so I had a re-roll. Anyway, we go to the top of the 7th inning. It's going to be Frankie Paul Santangelo leading it off. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Maddux finishes his warm-ups. And the 7th inning, here we go. Let's see what happens here. G.Maddux, endurance, he can go 8. Here comes the pitch by Maddux to Santangelo, and that's going to be a 4-3 from the left side. 4-3, that's a ballpark. Ballpark for a lefty. I'm going to bring this down. Ballparks for a lefty is a 12. That's a 19. So 4-3, left side, 4-3. It's a high fly ball to right field. David Justice moving back a couple of steps, and he's going to glove it for the out. One away. One down. Rondell White will stand in. Frank, no, I'm not going to use him for this tournament. I did not start this tournament that way. Ron, give Joel the name of the company for the dice. Rondell White will stand in, right-hand batter. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out to third twice. Foul tip and out of play. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-12 from the right side. 5-12 is going to be a range play at first base. The first baseman is Fred McGriff. He's at 310. We're going to roll for the range, and that's an 18, so it's going to be pretty good. That's going to be a ground out, and we're going to check for the errors. That's a 13, and I don't see no 13, so it's a ground ball up the first baseline. It's going to be fielded by McGriff. White has some speed. Maddux covers it, and it's going to be a 3-1 putout. 2 down. And here comes Sagi. He walked his last time up. He was picked off at first base from the catcher, Lopez, as he gunned him down, leading. Frankie, you didn't tell Ben about the Hondo boards? Hold on, Ben. This is just an example. Let me see. Let's see if we can see that. Okay, this is an example of a Hondo board, and I can't explain it right now. If an error comes up, you look for the range of the player, and you roll the dice, and if it comes up here, it's an error, and that's going to be 11 through 15. All the way down is nothing. He's clean, so he'll pick it. So that's the way this board works. This is for shortstops. Oh, let's see if you can see that. And I haven't used them myself. I did practice with them with a couple of offline games. And pretty interesting, to tell you the truth. Anyway, because the reason why I was playing a game one day, and who was in center field? McCutcheon. Now he was a 1E3 or something like that. And his only error was a 17. Bases loaded, and a range play to him, makes the catch, and he hits the 17 for a 2-base error with bases loaded. Then the next batter gets up, and it's a range play to McCutcheon again. And same thing happened. He rolled that 17 again. I rolled the 17 twice on an error. 4 runs came in on errors. Anyway, so then Frankie turned me on to these boards, and they look pretty good, tell you the truth. Sergey stands in with 2 outs. Walked his last time only to get picked off. Here comes the pitch by Maddux. And that's going to be a 3-10 from the right side. And that's going to be a solid base hit into center field. And Sanders picks it up, throws it back in. So Sergey with 2 outs. All right. All right, we're going to try for the to get the jump on a 2. That's a 20 for Sergey. We're going to hold him. Shortstop and the first baseman, naturally. It's a foul tip. This is for the jump. Let's see if he gets the snake eyes. And he doesn't, so no jump. I'll mark that as a no jump. All right, here we go. Yeah, if you want it to be, you can, but I'm going to use it in my my solitaire league when I start my 2013 season, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so Darren Fletcher steps in. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Left-handed batter. Sergey did not get the jump. There's 2 outs. Here comes the pitch by Maddux. And we're going to hold this 2-3 roll up because we got a balk roll on a 2. No, I'm sorry. It's a pass ball roll on a 5. So 1 to 5, we got a pass ball roll. Let's see what happens. And it's a 9. Good block by the catcher Lopez. We'll go with the roll, and we'll use the 9 if we need it. We go 2-3 from the right side. 2-3. This popped up behind the plate. Lopez going back towards the screen, and he's going to make the catch, and that'll do it. Foul out, Darren Fletcher. All right, for the Montreal Expos, no runs on 1 hit. They had a hit in the 6th. I didn't mark it. And that's it. We are at 7th inning stretch time here in Atlanta. It is the 97 Montreal Expos, nothing. And the 94 Atlanta Braves, nothing. You're watching the under 2 ERA tournament. This is an elimination game for either Pedro Martinez or Greg Maddux. Marking hits the 6th and the 7th. Let's see. We got a hit in the 4th. We got a hit in the 6th. So each team with 2 hits. I got to get something to drink, guys. Just give me a minute. Okay. All right. All right, Pedro finishes up his warm-ups. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. We got no score. It's going to be... I'm going to flip the page. Shit. It's going to be Rodriguez, Strange, and Stankiewicz here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Greg Maddux looks in. Greg Maddux has not had a strikeout in the last 2 innings. Wow, what's going on here? What are the fatigues on these 2 guys? For Maddux, it's 8, and Martinez is 7. So Martinez could definitely go 9, and then he goes tired. And Maddux could go 10, then he goes tired. And here comes the pitch. Left-handed hitter, Henry Rodriguez, stands in. He's 0 for 2. 6-7. Left side. Ground ball to second base, picked up by Lemke. He goes to first, and there's 1 away. Doug Strange will stand in, switch hitter. He'll be batting from the left side. 1 for 2 in the game. Maddux looks in, gets a sign. And that's going to be a 6-6 left side, and that's a ground ball to the right side. Lemke ranges over, gloves it. He goes to first to McGriff, and that's 2 down. 2 quick outs. Wait a minute, I didn't mark that. And here comes Andy Stankiewicz. He's 0 for 2 in the game. And here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-9 from the right side. Lifted to left field, coming over. It's Kletzko. He's going to make the catch. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Greg Maddux. Here in the 8th. So 7 1/2 in the books. We're going to go to the bottom of the 8th. We have no score. What the fuck did I do? How did I do this? You stupid bastard. See, I get distracted and... yeah, I got to figure this out now. I'm a fucking inning ahead. So Montreal finishes the 7th. And I got to go to the 7th with the Atlanta Braves. Yeah, shit. So it's going to be Pendleton, Lopez, and Lemke. We'll keep whatever I did on the other side. No, each team has 2 hits. Terry Pendleton struck out twice. Here comes Pedro Martinez's pitch with 11 strikeouts here in the game. That's going to be a reroll. And here comes the pitch again. 6-5. Left side, 6-5 is a strikeout. That's 12 strikeouts for Martinez. Caught looking. 1 away. Lopez, 0 for 2. Stands in on the right side. 311 from the right side, and that's going to be ballpark. Ballpark for the righties, it's a 9, and that's a 7. That's going to drop in for a base hit. It's a 1-out single for Lopez. Doesn't have great speed as far as stealing the base. Mark Lemke is stand in with a pair of walks. And Lopez is not going to be held. Foul tip and out of play. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 1-7 from the right side. That's going to be a ground ball to second base, fielded by, I penciled in Lansing, but it's not. It's, who was it? Who did I say it was going to be? Stankiewicz, sorry. And that's going to be hit to Stankiewicz. He goes to Guzelanek at short, over to Sagi, and that's a 4-6-3 double play. 4-6. Takes care of the 7th. Montreal already got up in the 8th. How'd I do that? Crazy. All right, so we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th, and the Braves. Lemke is going to send up G.Maddux, Sanders, and Blowers here in the 8th. Greg is going to swing away here, and that's going to be a 1-12 from the right side. Popped up in the infield, right side. Stankiewicz is going to be there. He's going to make the play. It's going to be a 4 on a pop out, 1 down. Sorry about that, guys. I was talking and not paying attention where I was. So I had to bat Atlanta twice now. No harm done. Deion Sanders. Well, let's start us off here with 1 out. He is 0 for 3. Here comes the pitch. That's a 3-6 from the right side, and that could be a home run. It's a split chance on a 1-9. That's a 5, and that ball is going way back. Looking up is the center field, White, and that ball is out of here. Deion Sanders cracks one over the center field wall to give the Atlanta Braves a 1-0 lead here in the 8th inning. Pedro Martinez just dropped his head. And that's the first homer in the tournament for Sanders. And the Braves got a 1-0 lead. Man. Jeff Blauser stand in. He's 0 for 3 himself. Yep, that's what they call him. Deion. Pitch. 6-10 from the right side. And that's a range play to the shortstop. And that's going to be Guzelanek. He's at 334. Let's see. That's a 16. That's going to be a ground out. We know that for sure. And the add up is a 6. We look across. No errors there. And that's a ground ball to short. Picked up by Guzelanek. He goes across the diamond. That's a 2nd out. 2 away. And stepping in is Ryan Klesko. We're going to make defensive changes after the inning. That's a foul tip, and it's going to... No, that's not a foul tip. That's going to stay in there, and what do we got? Getting tired now. 5-11. 5-11 from the left side, lifted to left field. The left fielder, Rodriguez, is over, and he makes the catch. And that's it. So 1 run for the Atlanta Braves. It was the home run by Deion Sanders, first of the tournament, and it gives the Braves a 1-0 lead going into the 9th inning. And let's make some changes here. Who do we have? All right. So Klesko is a 416. And who are we going to put over there? Let's see. Dave Gallagher will go in. Gallagher is going to go in for Klesko for defensive purposes. Klesko is number 3. And who did I say? Gallagher? Gallagher, my son, when he was playing township ball, went for some batting lessons for Dave Gallagher in, let me see, left field. Left field. He batted, what did he bat? 224. I'm trying, near Trenton, New Jersey. And he has a setup. He has his own camp, this guy, Dave Gallagher. And so I took him there for some hitting lessons. And so Gallagher's pitching. And he's in a cage. And my son rifles a ball right at his head. He just got out of the way. He barely got out of the way. He goes, "That's enough. You're good." A nice guy, too. Very nice. Just come and see the high school kids. And, all right. So where am I here? So I put in Gallagher for Klesko for defensive purposes. So we got Gallagher. Gallagher is a 2, E4. 2/4. So he's going to be a 1 to 2 in the range. All right, who else? Klesko's out. Sanders is a 2. Justice is a 3. I could live with that. I could live with the whole infield. Good enough. That's the only defensive change there. So we took care of that. And Pedro Martinez. G.Maddux is coming out. Okay, so it's going to be Martinez, and his night is over, obviously, and possibly getting eliminated here, 1-0. So the Expos got to get going here, see what they can work out. It's going to be a pinch hitter, and let's see who we're going to bring up. So Martinez is done. Pinch hitter. He goes 8 innings. He gave up 4 hits. 1, 2, 4. Walked 1, 2. Walked 2. And struck out a whole lot. 12. Gave up a run and an earned run. So we don't know if they're going to tie this game up or not. But let's see who's going to pinch hit for him. Going up against Maddox. I want a left-handed batter. Jose Vidro. Switch hitter. Possibility. Ryan McGuire has power. 256 and a 320, 397 on the slug. We got Brad Fulmer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I got him. Oh, yeah. Brad Fulmer's coming out. He's going to grab a bat here. For the Expos. Let me see. Number 9. Fulmer. It's going to be a pinch hitter. He batted 300. You know what? I can't bat him. No, I can't do that. 40 at-bats. That means he came up late in the season. Cannot do that. Sorry. McGuire, Vitro. Joe Orsulak. Weak power. All right. So we're going to go with... Ryan McGuire. You see, yeah, 200 at-bats, so he was with the club. All right, I got it. And we're going to have to white out here. White out Fulmer's name and put in McGuire. He batted 256. 3 homers, 17 RBIs. Getting a pinch hitting role here. So Maddux is finishing up his warm-ups, and here we go. Here we go. Top of the 9th inning. Let me just check something. Home run by Deion Sanders. Gonna get G.Maddux to the next round, maybe. Okay, McGuire, left-handed batter. Batted 256, 3 homers, 17 RBIs. Here comes G.Maddux's pitch. He's throwing a 2-hitter as of right now. And here comes the pitch. That's a 6-10 from the left side. It's going to be a range play to short. Blouses at 323. We got a dice. All right. Okay. All right, we're going to do this again. Here comes the range play. All right, so that's going to be an 11 and a 14 for the range play, and he's not going to make an error. So we're just going to check, and he's not going to give up a hit here on a 10. But for shits and giggles, we're just checking anyway. God forbid if anything happened. Three. Okay, it's a 1 through 4. And that's a ground out to short. Picked up by Blouser. Goes to McGriff for 1. Out here in the 9th inning. All right, so it's going to be Guzelanek. Right-hand batter. It's going to be a pinch hitter for him. And we're going to go with Jose Vitro. All right, so we have another pinch hitter coming up. They're trying to send up Power Boys just to maybe tie this game up. So we'll see. 1, Vitro. Pinch hitter. 249 batter. And here we go. So Vidro is going to stand in. Guselanek is done for Montreal. Santangelo is on deck. So let's see what we got here. Maddux looks in. Gets assigned by Lopez. And here we go. Jose Vidro is going to take a hack at this. Maddux comes in. That's a 111 from the right side, and that's going to be a ballpark. Ballparks for lefties. It's a 1-12, and that's a 17. 111. That's going to be lifted to left field, and the left fielder, Gallagher, is there, and he's going to glove it for the out. That's 2 down. 2 away, and Santangelo is going to step to the plate. Switch hitter, batting from the left side. G.Maddux is 1 out away from a 2-hit shutout and advancing into the 1-1 bracket. And Martinez is going home with the Montreal Expos of 97. Maddux's pitch. That's going to be a 112 again. And that's going to be a line drive out to second base, fielded by Lemke, and the game is over. 1-0 is your final. No runs. There were no hits. There were no errors. And that'll do it for this contest here tonight. Well, I think it was a good game. 2 great pitchers. Good night, Frankie. Good enough. Thank you for being here. And Klein and starting pitches. So that'll do it. I'll give you the line scores in just a second. G.Maddux is being congratulated by his teammates. Let me just get the pitchers cards out because I usually leave them in there. And that's it. G.Maddux comes through. All right. Nah, just one MVP. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I think I'm going to have to do that tonight. He got the win on the winning home run. Yep. Plays of the game, for sure. I'll write that down. For the Expos, no runs on 2 hits. And I don't believe they made it. Oh, yeah, there was 1 error. Yep. 1 error by Martinez. So 1 error for the Braves. They had 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And there were no errors. So that's your final right here. For the Expos, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error. For the Braves, 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors. Martinez is the losing pitcher. And the winner is G.Maddux. I'm going to do his line in a minute. Expos. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error. No errors, 4 hits, 1 run. Maddux goes 9. Gives up 2 hits. How many walks did he throw? 1 walk. And he stopped getting strikeouts early in the 8. He had 8 strikeouts. Went to the 5th with 8 strikeouts and didn't strike out another batter. 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, no runs, winning pitcher. All right, so that's going to do it from here, from New Jersey. This was the Saturday night at the ballpark. Under 2 ERA tournament between the 97 Montreal Expos and the 94 Braves. The Braves will advance to the 1-1 bracket. Expos are going to be eliminated, and we will move on with the contest next week. Who do we have for next week? Next Saturday night. Next Saturday night. Oh yeah, I wrote it down. It's somewhere here. It's over here somewhere. Where did I put it? I can't stand that. Well, we got back-to-back Braves game. We got the 95 Braves, and it's going to be a 1-0 bracket with Greg Maddux, and the Chicago White Sox of 55, Billy Pierce. So that's the matchup for next Saturday night here at Saturday Night at the Ballpark. I want to thank everybody for joining me for this game. Please, if you're new, please subscribe. If not, just hit the like button. Would appreciate it. Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight. World's worst gamer. What do we got to say? Many happy people in New Jersey right now. Rags eliminated from the playoff contention. Yeah. Have a great rest of your night. Captain Carl, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. You're welcome, Captain. You're welcome very much. Anyway, that's going to do it for this way. The Braves wind up winning it on a Deion Sanders 8th inning home run, 1-0. And until next week, please be safe, and we'll see you next week. So long, everybody.